Hey, what is up, everybody? Happy new comic book day. We got a big old stack of new books today. I only have 4 new issues this week. It was a lighter week for new issues, but I filled it up with a big old stack of back issues and a couple of trade paperbacks that I have been interested in reading and some recommendations from some folks. So let's get into what I got for this week. Starting off with DC, we have Absolute Superman issue number 3. I am so pumped about this series. This is probably my second favorite of the Absolute books so far. Absolute Wonder Woman is just incredible. I love that book so much. And then I've really enjoyed Absolute Superman. I think everything that they're doing in this title has been really interesting. I'm a big fan of Jason Aaron already, but I think they're doing some really cool stuff here, and I'm really excited to read this issue and see kind of more about the background on Krypton and kind of how that shapes who this particular Superman is. So I'm really excited about this issue. I can't wait to dive into it. Next up from DC, we have the Atom Project. This is kind of a little spin-off side story that they did in Justice League Unlimited. So I felt like, I'll give it a go. I don't know that if this is going to be an ongoing or if I'm going to keep picking this up. But I went back and forth on it at the shop and just went ahead and grabbed it. I believe they're going to be trying to repower people that were depowered and get those powers in the right people based on some stuff that happened previously in the DC world. I didn't read it, so I've just been kind of going with the flow with this all-in initiative that happened. So yeah, I thought the premise was interesting enough in the tidbit that we got in Justice League Unlimited 2 that I went ahead and grabbed it just to see where it goes. Yeah, I'm excited to read it. I'm not like thinking this is going to blow me away, but I am excited to just kind of see where the DC world is in a bigger picture, and I think this will help with that. Now for our 2 Marvel books, I picked up Sam Wilson, Captain America, #1. I got this homage cover. I really thought this was pretty sick. I'm excited. Captain America, in any form, is probably one of my favorite characters. I love Sam Wilson. I think his role as Cap has been really fun, and I really enjoy it. I was a little hesitant about picking this book up because I'm also just like not into the whole like, we have to have synergy with the movie universe or whatever's happening there. But I saw that this was going to have some of the Bradley family in it, which I think are just really interesting characters. So I was really excited to check that out and see where this goes. I'm really excited to read it, and I hope that I enjoy it. And last of the new books this week, I got Cable, Love and Chrome, issue #1. I think Cable is such a cool and fun character. I grew up in the 90s. He's just like a badass. Like, everything about him is just like the 90s to the extreme. I really appreciate that style. I think he's also just an interesting character. I think some of his solo stuff and some of his stories are really hit or miss. So I am coming into it expecting that, but I am really interested in everything they've been doing with kind of the mutant universe since Krakoa and all of these new books. So I'm excited to give this a read and find out what Cable's up to and kind of where they're going to go with this story. And yeah, I'm just really interested in checking it out and can't wait to read this. And lastly, two of the back issues that I got that are more recent. I picked up some of the All-In Batmans, All-In 153, and then Batman 154. So I can kind of get caught up on a little bit of what's going on in Batman. I am just like everybody else, I think. I'm pretty excited to see what happens once they start Hush 2. So I wanted to go ahead and just kind of start getting some of these stories leading up to that. And Chip Zdarsky is great. I love his Daredevil stuff, and I think reading his Batman will be fun. And yeah, just never picked it up when it dropped and thought now was the right time to start getting caught up on some of that. All right, now for the random back issues, I went to McKay's used bookstore and found a couple of different back issues, random stuff that I didn't know about or wanted to just caught my eye. And I picked up a couple of issues of Captain America. These are, I've got 696, 697, and 699. These are all done by Mark Waid and Chris Samney, which if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I've been really loving their Batman and Robin Year One issues, and I just love Chris Samney's art. So seeing him do Captain America was something that I had missed a while back, and I just wanted to have it. So now I'll probably be looking for all of these, which is gonna be fun. But also, yeah, I'm super excited to just take a peek at these and see what's happening. And then I also grabbed Uncanny X-Men 307. This is a part of the Blood Ties. I just had most every other issue of that storyline except for this one, so I just grabbed it, and it was $1.50. So I just picked that up to just keep in the collection. And lastly, I got a couple of trades, some stories that I've been meaning to pick up and just never pulled the trigger on reading. And then I had stopped by and talked to my buddy Jacob at Help Is On The Way Comics, and he highly recommended that I read Paper Girls and Saga. So I grabbed Paper Girls 1 and 2 in trade paperback form, and then I also got Saga Volume 1. I cannot wait to dive into this. I have been putting this off for far too long, and yeah, I'm just really excited. I am stoked with everything that I found this week. I'll be doing some videos on what I thought of everything, but let me know what you grabbed and what I missed. And as always, like and subscribe. And yeah, can't wait to share more.